My next guest is Faith Shikanga. Faith is 23 years old. She is a student, and her story, when it comes to the weight, is a very interesting one. So, Faith, you are obviously someone who aims to be celibate before marriage. However, your walk with celibacy is a bit different. Probably just explain that to us.
So, I'm not really sure how to define what I am right now, because virginity is described differently with different people. So if it's in the church, they'll be like, oh, you know, it starts from the mind, or once you started, maybe you've kissed someone or you made out with someone, then that's it, you know, or once you've reached a certain step, even though there wasn't maybe penetration, you maybe are not a virgin. So for me, it's, I think I am one, but sometimes I don't know.
So you think you are one? So you think you are one because you've never had intercourse?
Yes.
However, and I think for all of us, we've passed through social studies. You know, there's that thing you used to learn in Gen Z, the staircase. It starts with 1, heavy petting, Evo, mpaka unafika number 10, where now 10 is intercourse. So for you, you're not at 10 intercourse, but you've climbed that staircase.
Yeah.
Okay. So climbing the staircase being 10.
Yeah.
And 0 being the sitting room.
Yeah.
Like some of our earlier guests, they're just in the sitting room. They're not even interested in going up that staircase.
Yeah.
So where are you on the staircase?
Maybe at a 5.
You're at a 5.
Yeah.
So you're questioning if you're at a 5, if that still makes you a virgin.
Yeah.
I want to ask my experts in studio, and probably just to put it into perspective, what is virginity? Diane?
Well, there are 5 types of people in our society. Number 1 is the people who are now virgins, what we consider virgins, where those ones are on 0 or on 5. There are some who are virgins, no penetration, but their mind have gone so far. They have touched themselves, they've whatnot, they've seen pornography, they've done all those things. And usually this the second one on the first point, it is because of the pressure of, like, you know, sex is a sin and whatnot. So because they have sex as a sin and mahanjam ziko nyingi, you know, like they get excited and whatnot. They are humans. And so they experiment on those other avenues. And there's the second types of people who are the secondary virginity ones, who did the intercourse, and then finally they were like, you know what, because this sex brought me a lot of hurt, I choose to now keep and wait. And now there's the third one who go like, you know what, I don't even intend to get married. So there's no one to keep myself for. I will have as much fun as I possibly can. If I see you, I like you, I do you, I go. The third type of people, if you trace back, you will see a level of hurt, which is why they don't believe in marriage. And now then there's a fourth type of people who go like, you know what, I am in love with you, I'm in a relationship, we're going to get married after all, so let's do this. You know, so they're in a relationship, they're not married, but they're like, you know what, we're actually going to do it. So let's actually get to do this thing right now. We are in a romantic relationship, we're heading to marriage. And then there's a fifth one who go like, when it's time for me to get serious, then I will be serious with sex. As of now, I'm a young person, I'm hot-blooded, I'm going to go ahead and just do kind of stuff. So all those people need to realize that your body is your responsibility and you choose to do whatever it is that you want to do with it, but there are consequences.
Right, so I want to introduce my next guest, Miriam. Miriam is 24 years old and she lost her virginity at 19 years old. Miriam, welcome to the show. So for you, you're saying that there was too much pressure on you to be a virgin.
Yeah.
And once you lost your virginity, you felt the pressure was now off. Mm-hmm. You could live your life.
Yeah.
And since then, you've had boyfriends, I think 8 boyfriends, is that correct?
Yeah.
And of the 8 boyfriends, there are those who you have been intimate with and there are those you haven't.
Yeah.
So having listened to everything that has been said here today, do you regret not being a virgin?
Okay, no, because being not a virgin, I've learned more. I've gone through life experience and through that I've learned a lot. So I don't regret not being a virgin.
And right now for you, are you in a relationship?
No.
Okay. So I want to introduce someone very quickly as well here. Ashley, welcome to the show. So Ashley, you're 20 years old and you are a mom to a 1 year, almost 2 years now. 1 year, 9 months, is it?
Yes.
Boy or girl?
Boy.
Boy, when you mama boy, congratulations, okay. But now your story is a bit different because before your child, you also had another child previously who you lost at 7 weeks, unfortunately. And right now, you're saying that you broke your virginity when you're in class 7. And can I just ask you guys, why are we applauding? Why are we applauding? Because if I had to ask you, Ashley, are you proud that you lost your virginity at class 7?
I'm okay with it.
And right now, you're saying that today, you don't want to be in a relationship?
No.
You're not looking to fall in love?
No.
For you, you are ready to have sex anytime and anywhere with no attachments. It's your body.
Not anywhere.
Okay. Anytime. You're ready to get going. No attachments, no strings attached.
Yes.
And probably, I want to rope in Patricia here because I think we have 3 different ladies up here. And I like that Diane told us about the 5 different types of people. Because we have Faith. Faith is struggling with herself. And then we have, on the other hand here, we have Ashley. And for you, you're coming from a point of your body, your choice.
Yeah.
And you're saying you're not looking for love. For you, it's sex with no attachment. So if I had to ask you, how many partners have you had so far?
I don't know.
You don't know, or
I
there are
don't
so many?
count. Oh, God.
If you had to give me a number. Okay, so let me be pragmatic here. Is that number above 10, 20?
20.
It's above 20. Okay. So we have Ashley there. And then also we have Miriam. Clearly Miriam at some point, for you, virginity was something that meant something, but then you went out into the world, to campus, I believe.
Yeah.
And now for you, it's more or less the same, that you believe like Ashley,
Yeah.
your body,
My choice.
your choice.
Yeah.
So I want to bring Patricia into this conversation. As a counselor, as an older woman, what would you say to each of them?
It's sad that I'm watching 3 beautiful, very beautiful girls who are struggling with self-love. You need to love yourselves more. Because if you don't love yourself, then you cannot take care of yourself. Because when you get to a point where you can give your body to anybody with no strings attached, then it means you don't value yourself. Then it means you're ready for all the consequences. You're ready to get sick. You're ready to get killed. You know, you're ready to everything that comes with sex, all the negativities.
Ashley, do you love yourself? Do you value yourself?
But of course.
No, you don't.
So you disagree with what Patricia is saying?
Yes.
And when you're having... And do you love yourself?
Yeah, I do.
You value yourself?
Yeah.
So for the both of you, when you're having this intercourse, are you taking the necessary precautions?
Yeah.
Okay. And when I say precautions, just to be clear, what precautions are you taking?
Condoms. Yeah, condoms.
As well?
Yeah.
When was the last time you got tested for HIV?
This year. Yeah, this year.
This year?
Yeah, around August. Yeah.
So have you since been sexually active after you got tested?
Yeah. I get tested after 3 months because I'm still breastfeeding, so I must get tested. Each time I take my son cleaning, on a cleaning.
Okay, and I want to rope in Dan here because you're bringing in a man's perspective.
Ask Ashley a question. Have you ever been sexually cheated on? You were with a man, maybe you had feelings for him, and then he cheated on you sexually. Has it ever happened?
Maybe
While I was dating, but
While you're dating.
now akicheat tu ni sawa because hatuko attached.
So,
We get.
while you're dating, why did sex mean a lot then and does it mean a lot outside of a relationship?
Nimpe nisimpe atenda tu bado akule nje, so atakuna difference.
Okay.
Ashley, what about, because you have a child, yes, you have a son. So where is your son's father today? Were you guys in a relationship when you got this child?
Yes.
So you were in a relationship, a faithful one with each other?
I was faithful then.
Do you think that perhaps maybe that's where your heart is coming from?
I was betrayed twice, so I can't go back there.
So now you see, when I was talking about being cheated on sexually, that means that there's a part of you that views sex as a beautiful, special thing. That's why at that particular point, you were heartbroken. And if you look at the number one cause of failed relationships or marriages in this day and age is infidelity. Why? Because in as much as we want to joke and be very casual about sex, at the core of it, we really value that thing. I gave you this, the special part of me, and you're giving it to somebody else. And as I said, yes, right?
Si compare sex peke.
No. I know. It's not sex alone. It's not sex alone. Let me say something about that. Okay. Because even as we raise our children, a lot of us, we want to raise our children to have somebody who respects them, who loves on them. And whenever we flip the script, we be like, how do you want to raise your child? We end up realizing that we want our child to be sexually responsible. There are some people to whom sex is about control. I have control over you. I can dress however it is that I want. I can make you feel a certain type of way. And if you notice, just go on to our Instagrams and our Facebook pages and whatnot. What are the posts that get the most likes and attention? The one that shows the behind, the one that shows a bit of more skin. Why? Because we're teaching ourselves that's what we want to see. And then also for people who are virgins, there is something called self-control. To them, it's power that I can control myself. So those are two different forms of power. There's I can control myself, and then the other one is I have power over you. When I want you, I can call you, you come, I have what you need, I do you, you go. I have power over you. And that, eventually, we grow out of it. Because guess what? Sex has a shelf life. There's a time when you will not even be having sex. Another particular point, that's when you ask yourself, who am I? Who am I? What have I been doing with my life? Because wait until you reach in your 50s or 60s as a woman. That time is coming. If you're a man, that tool of yours, that gadget, it is coming to fail. Give you a few decades, inakuja ku fail. When it fails, who are you? What's your principles, your values? What do you want to be? What's your legacy? Think about that.
Maybe Ashley, is he talking to you? Because I can see you eye rolling. Ni kama inaingia hapa inatoka hapa. It's like me, this is me, take it or leave it.
No, unajua tamima, siku hizi sex ni kama unameza time unajisikia uko mbaya.
Okay.
So, okay, mimi nimemsikia, nimemuelewa.
Umeelewa Diane where he's coming from. And maybe let me bring Faith into this discussion because I can see you're looking at her like she's a Martian.
It's not her.
Yes.
It's the comment Patricia made.
Right.
One, I think I do love myself. Two, I think you're basing your thoughts based on Christianity, which is a good thing. Maybe she's not a Christian. I don't know if you've considered that. Two, everyone has a right to choose. She chose that. Maybe she doesn't love herself. Maybe it's like a thing, you know, that she has gone to. But I felt it. I'm just saying maybe. I don't know her story as her. You get what I'm saying? Everyone here has a story. There are people who don't struggle with it a lot. You know, don't struggle with it at all. That's really good. That's their testimony. My testimony is every day I make a conscious choice to choose not to. You get what I'm saying? I go through struggles. I get attracted to men. You know, sometimes I have feelings. Sometimes hormones, you know, like they're like this. But then, wait. But every day it's a conscious choice. It's a choice to say, you know what? The grace today is sufficient. I'm not going to do this. I'm not proud that along the way I tripped, but I didn't fall. Every day I pick up myself. So I do love myself.
If I had to ask you, do you think you'll stay firm in your resolve to stay a virgin until marriage?
Yes, I do, because at the end of the day, I think what is the true testimony is that, I think for me, a beautiful testimony is, I went through this hard time, and God is real, mazeni nimeona mkono wa Bwana. But I'm not saying that people who...
Okay.
I'm not saying that people who have not struggled with it hawajona mkono wa Bwana, but for me, probably I'm more relatable to young people out there because I have been tempted. I've struggled. You get what I'm saying? I've struggled. That doesn't make for you to say that I don't love myself because I've struggled, I'm like, okay, so what? So I should not struggle, you know, I should not go through these temptations and consciously make a decision not to, so that I become pure, you know, holy, acceptable, lovable, to society, to church, to Christians. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a choice. It's a choice. She made her choice. She made her choice. I'm making my choice every day, every single day. Maybe I'll make it, maybe I'll not, but it's my hope that I will.